So as you can see, it's 1:29 a.m. This is the Nigerian time here, 1:29 a.m. So it's really late at night, so my voice will be low. So hello guys, it's your boy obtrades. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about my experiences, sharing deep thoughts and deep realizations that has come to hit me so far in my trading journey. So yes, so for those of you who do not know, I am OBT Trades, the CEO of OBT Trades, an OBT agency, and I have been trading for the past 2 years plus, and I've gotten a lot of experiences. I will not really say a lot, but like I have experienced a lot and like lots of realizations that hit me, and I would love to share them with you guys. So I hope you guys stay tuned. Grab your popcorn, grab your chicken, grab your drink, because this is going to be a lovely chit chat. Let's go. So yes, just as most of you watching me at the right side of the screen, we are drawn to trading because of the lifestyle, because of all the things you see on social media, because of that freedom it gives you, so that you don't have to answer to anybody, you don't have to work a 9 to 5, you don't have to, it's trading literally you and yourself. You don't have to be thinking about how you can outcompete the next company that is already there like that at the surface level. You don't have to stay and think about how you can outcompete the other company that are your competitors and win over the market. You can literally make money on your own without having to have any competition, and that's why I love trading. Like, I love trading. That's one of the things. Those are the things that got me interested into forex trading. So yes, that first time when you've heard about forex, you've seen the lifestyle, you've seen the testimonials, you've seen everything, and you're like, okay, just give me 1 month, give me 3 months, give me 6 months, give me a year, and I'll change my life completely. So that was the mindset I had, that was the thoughts I had. And there was even a point that after learning one indicator strategy, so I thought that month I've learned that strategy, I'm going to change my life, fuck it. Until I started, something told me, go and backtest, bro. Go and backtest. So I went backtest the strategy, and I was seeing a lot of losses. So by that time, I don't know anything about risk management, I don't know anything about any proper trading skill like risk management, position sizing, and all the rest. So I was like seeing a lot of losses. I was like, this shit is not for me. So I now tried news trading. I fell in love with news trading because of all those Indian guys and South African guys I see on YouTube. Those guys are making lots of money with just the news. So I was so intrigued by it. So what I did was I learned a strategy. So it's something that almost everybody will know. When you set a buy limit like 10 pips and sell limit like 10 pips before and after the news. At that time I thought it's that easy, but there is a lot of slippage. That sometimes that the broker will reduce your leverage so that you cannot over leverage on your small account. Your broker is going to reduce your leverage. So there are lots of challenges that come with that. So at that time I don't know, I thought it was that easy, and boom, I made a lot of money. So I really went around telling my brother, bro, I'm going to make a lot of money. That money you wanted to use to start your business, I want to make it just when I go to school and come. Because at the time I was still going to school, I was still in university. So I was always like, bro, I'm going to make that money, I'm going to make that money, I'm going to make that money. And I'm going to give it, how much do you need? Is it 500k? I'm going to give it to you. Reality struck. My first attempt, it was meant to go well, but that was when I realized that some brokers won't allow you, because I was trading, I think, a $10 account. I was trying to use 0.1 lot size on gold. Yes, I might not know shit about what I was doing. I just knew I set the buy limit, set sell limit, buy stop, sell, buy stop, sell stop. Anyone that gets triggered, but usually a buy stop, sell stop, not a limit as not a buy limit or sell limit. So after setting the buy stop, setting the sell stop, the thing went up, but it did not trigger. Like you're telling me I don't have enough balance, but I set the leverage to 1 is unlimited because there are lots of brokers that will allow you to do that, and you can check the link in my bio. I've linked a verified broker that I personally use myself. I've made a lot of withdrawals from and also blown a lot of accounts from. But they are very, very good, trusted, and reliable. They are Xnest, #1 trading platform in worldwide. So you can check the link in my bio and you see them. You can start trading with them. So after I had that first experience, I was like, oh, my heart was shaking. I was literally in the room. All my roommates were there. With one of my roommates' friend at that came in to stay. So all of us were like, they saw my chat because I was using my laptop to set the balance. So I'll be fast. So like, I bro, you're trading, yeah. So I was like, please, people should not distract me. I was waiting patiently, waiting, look at the market. So when the news got released, everything, they were like, bro, what happened? They saw one big candle, like, what happened? I was like, this news. I was already celebrating that, yes, that's gone well. Just to check my balance and see that nothing has increased. My buy stop is no more there. I'm like, what the hell is happening? So that was my first oops. I was gonna realize that trading, that was one of the first things that made me realize that trading is not what I thought. And then I stopped doing that one and I was searching for strategies, and I came across different strategies, top down analysis by one of the famous traders in Nigeria. So I came across the strategy. I was using it, was quite nice, but I had a very huge challenge because I had a small account, and this strategy is something I'm doing top down analysis. I'm making entries on sometimes 4 hour time frame, 1 hour time frame. My stop loss was like 50 pips on gold. Like, that is disgusting. Like, that is a lot. Like, that is like 500 points if I'm not wrong. So if you're using 0.1, that's $50 you're risking. If you're using 0.1 on the 500 points stop loss, that is $500 you're risking. And if you're using 0.01, that's I think $50 or thereabouts. So it was too much for me. I did not have $50 at the time to be depositing, so I was like, I cannot be using this strategy, I have to change. And then I was when I started hearing about at the time my cousin, he's a pro trader, was trading at that time. So I was like, he was laughing at me. Oh my god, he was laughing at me when he was seeing my chart and seeing 50 pips stop loss. Although I was catching trades and I used this strategy to pass my prop, because I leveraged on prop, but it was so hard because even on the prop, the account, the stop loss size of some certain setups were too large. But luckily for me, the win rate was great, so I don't have too much retracement to blow the whole account. So that I was just lucky when I was trading that particular account, because I tried it again and over, I blew the remaining props. So after that experience, I was like, okay, let's try SMC. So he introduced me to SMC, which I am still currently using to date. So he introduced me to SMC last year. I can't remember exactly when, but he introduced me to SMC. Sorry, not last year. 2022 ending, 2023 beginning. So okay, let me just say last year. So he introduced me to SMC last year, and I was studying the charts like crazy. And that was when I realized that trading was not as easy as I thought it would be. I thought it was just going to be clicking buttons, buy and sell, that's just it. I got to realize that, yes, after you've gotten the knowledge, you've gotten the skill set, all those things will be there. But for you to get to that point that it's easy, you have to go through a lot of pain, a lot of studying, and a lot of late night. So I was up studying the chart, and I started realizing things about risk to reward. For you to even get a 90% win rate and a good risk to reward, that's almost very, very difficult. And I don't think I've seen I don't think I've really seen anybody that has a very high win rate, constantly high win rate, like 90% win rate, and a good risk to reward, like maybe 3 hour, 2 hour minimum. I don't think I have seen. Please, if you know anyone, please mention them in the comment section. Let me go check them out. So please remember, drop the name of the person in the comment section. Let's go check them out. So I one thing I realized, and I also realized that I don't have to have a 90% win rate. I don't even have to have a 50% win rate. I don't even have to have a 40% win rate. That is, even a 30% win rate, I think be profitable as long as my risk reward is up or is tight. So that was one thing I realized, and that was the best thing I ever realized in forex trading. That I don't have to have a 90% win rate, 80% win rate, 50%, 40% win rate. Even with a 30% win rate, you can still be highly profitable. And that was like that was one of the best moments in my trading career. Just realizing that I was like, okay, even though I have 7 losses and 3 wins, if I'm trading a 4 risk reward, I'm still up at the end of the day with massive profits. So I was like, okay, this is something that's nice. So that motivated me not to start looking for strategy hopping, because at the time I was strategy hopping all in the name of finding a high win rate strategy. But once I got to the realization that I don't need a win rate strategy, I just need a strategy that gives me good risk reward and minimum 30% win rate, and I'm good. And that was my breaking point. So when I started sticking to that rule, although it was very, very hard, because for you to look and have 7 losses in a row, that is crazy. So it was very, very challenging for me. So I now started backtesting all over again. I backtested like over 4 years of data. And if you've been following up my YouTube, you know I'm big on backtesting. So I backtested 4 years of data, and I was like, this shit really makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. And I found it very, very useful. So I kept on, I stuck with it. If you go to my Instagram, you will see that there are times that I have crazy losing streak, but 2 wins break me back in profit and give me extra profits. Like this week as I'm talking to you, I was losing 6 times in a row, like literally back to back, losses. I was fucked up, man. But when I just had 1 win, I covered up for like 80% of that loss, and my next win, which was not even a full win, was just a partial win, covered up for the whole loss. So now if that goes to my full win, I'm up extra 5%. Imagine being down. Okay, I think I was down like 12%, minus 12%, because I was risking 2% per trade. So that is, if I was risking 1%, that would be minus 6%. But because I was risking 2%, I was down minus 12%. But 2 trades, one which is full TP, covered. I had a 10-hour trade with that one because it was FTMO. Price didn't trigger my take profit. It broke that shit and kept on tanking, man. So like that one I closed it at 10%, approximately 10%. Then for the second trade, which I'm currently on as we speak, and I sent the whole trade for free on my Telegram channel, and we are all eating from it. So from that one trade, I was able to take partials, and from those partials, we have already recovered every single loss. So even hit full TP, which is approaching currently, we are going to be up extra 5%, 5% after a losing streak. So that's the beauty of risk reward. So you don't have to be running around looking for a high win rate strategy. All you need is 30% minimum as your win rate and minimum 3R, and you're set, my bro. You're set. You just have to be strong enough to endure all those losses. And another thing I also learned from my trading journey is consistency. Do not play with consistency, man. So like one of my students that was with me, my good friend, so he was trading with me. So he had lots of losses. So he was like, today I'm not going to trade. But today we saw 2 trades that played out very well thanks to FTMO news release. So if he was like, I'm not trading today, I've already had a lot of losses, how sure am I that this particular trade is not going to be a loss? But because we have experienced these things before, I've experienced it with him personally, and I spoke to him and told him that, bro, just listen, consistent. Showed him some results I had, all the losses I had, and just few wins that just skyrocketed me my break even and also to extra profit. So he was like, okay, no problem. He stayed on the train and now he's eating good. So I learned that consistency is powerful, man. Consistency is powerful in trading, because you literally don't know when your next winning streak is going to come. So the time you're like, let me just relax, you've lost it, man. Especially when you're beginning, when you're intermediate, you've lost it, man. But maybe if you're an expert trader, you have a lot of money, you have something to keep you, even though you're not trading, that's completely fine. But even though you're an intermediate or a beginner trader, you have something to keep you, do not stop, because you need to build that discipline first of all, and you have to have that resilience, especially as you're starting. So when you've already learned, once you've gotten everything, you know, you literally know when you need to chill. You need to chill. So yeah, that's another thing I've learned from my trading journey. So those are the few ones that I feel are very, very important for me to share with you guys. And I was like, okay, let me just share all those important ones with you guys. Then any other one that comes up to my mind, I could just be sharing it as posts, as they post on my Instagram story or on here on YouTube. So please subscribe. If you're not subscribed, you can go to my Instagram, go to my Telegram, and I'll be sharing insights like that. So after every month, not almost every month, but like I just started doing it. After every month, I'll show my history, my trading history, and what I've learned for the month. So you can learn a lot from that. You can join the Telegram channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram, and we keep working together. So I hope you've been able to get value from this video, and I hope I'll be able to see you in the next video. Have a nice Christmas. See ya. But before you go, guys, I almost left one important part out. So this is the part that people would not really like. This is the part that people would either get pissed off or get a little bit sad. So one other thing I realized is, when you're starting out, now for you to have a very smooth journey, you need to get a job or have a side hustle. That was one of the most painful truths I had to experience myself, because I had all this idea of you're going to be your own boss, you're going to do this, that, blah, 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 blah. That was the painful reality I went through. But luckily for me, I did not have to go through it directly, because at the time I was trading, I was a student. So most of my feeding money, my allowance, my different stuff I had at the time. So I don't need to work any job. I could never work any job because there was no job I found in Nigeria that is paying well, at least paying okay for a part-time student, and I had to pay attention to my studies because Forex was already taking a lot of my time, so I had to give time to my studies, at least, even though it's just an hour a day. So that's another painful truth I had to face. But you can also combat this, because in Nigeria, I know that for you to find a good job that even pays you amount to get a 5k fee from a good prop firm like Alpha Capital, which is their prop is $50. So how much are they paying you monthly? I barely pay you $20 a month in Nigeria. So you could start a side hustle. That was the initiative in creating OBT agency. I started that agency, although it was very, very hard for me. I hate having conversations with people, trying to convince them to patronize me. I hate it so much, but I had to do it. Then I was also doing different side hustles in school. I was doing delivery. At the time, I was a cab delivery guy. I had to just do it. I was doing delivery. I was making money by the side, funding it to my trading account. And also I was like, okay, I have a decent amount of capital. And there were also people bringing in money for me to trade and manage for them. And I was keeping certain percentages. So that is the most important thing. I don't know how I forgot about that. But like, that's one of the hardest truths you sadly face at the point you're trading. It's not that your trading is bad. Sometimes you'll be trading a small account and blowing the account, not because your strategy is bad, but because you're over leveraging, you're over risky. And like now, at the time, I was blowing account back to back at that time, because not because my strategy was bad, but because I was having a small capital and over risking. So I will not even be able to allow the account to breathe for me to have a winning period. Just one losing streak below the whole account because I was risking big. But until I was able to discover a system that will make me be able to trade a small account comfortably, and that's what I've made in several videos. But just to give a small insight, is by risking a percentage, a fixed percent of your current capital, not initial capital, and that is going to help you compound the account. So you have to be patient. So the max risk you should ever use is 20%. Unless your winning risk is even max is 20% that you should ever use. And then for a slow but consistent growth, 5%, 10% is the best. So 5% of your current capital. The monetary value of your percent will be different, but the percent risk is still going to remain constant. So that's going to help you a lot. And I've explained that in a video where I was able to even turn $50 to over 5k in profit. So you can go watch that video, check it out, and please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment what you want me to do next for you guys. Love all of you. Peace out. Have a lovely festive season.